Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott, and you, my dear friends, have wandered onto the Prog Corner for the most important episode of the year. I've got the whole year right here in a stack of 4x6 cards, and we are going to be talking about the top 25 Prog Rock albums of 2024, but we're not going to stop there. I'm actually going to do a top 50. I'm going to rattle off 26 through 50 real quick. Just a couple of bookkeeping notes. First of all, book 3 of the Songs and Tales of Aoria by the Chronicles of Father Robin. Yeah, that technically came out in 2024, but it was available in 2023 as part of the box set. Likewise, Lay Ormy's latest album, not going to be included. It's a 2024 release, but it came out in 2023 as part of a box set called Lay Ormy and Friends last year, so it's not going to be included. And here's 26 through 50. Real quick, at number 50, I'm going with Stuckfish 4. At number 49, I'm going with the new Flame Dream. Back from the Dead, the great Swiss band. At number 48, Needlepoint's got a new album out. That's really good. Number 47, Infringement. White Lies and Black Magic. Number 46, Plantoid, Terrapath, real good. Number 45, Tom Penguin, self-titled album. Number 44, Celeste, Delici, Futuro Pasado. Welcome Back, Ciro Perino. At number 43, Focus 12. At number 42, Age of Distraction, Game of Whispers. At number 41, Tusmørke's Dawn of Oberon. At number 40, Weather Systems, brand new album. Something about on a shore, I don't know what it's called. Number 39, Rosalie Cunningham, To Shoot Another Day. Number 38, Trojka's Strobemørke, real great. Number 37, Airbag, Censor Yourself. Number 36, Hasse Froberg, Musical Companion, Eternal Snapshot. Number 35, Joe Denizon, Imposter. Number 34, Sleepytime Gorilla Museum, their new one. Number 33, brand new band out of Greece called Jupiter Fungus. Real cool debut album. Number 32, Amarok Hope. Number 31, The Magical Project in the 11th Hour. Number 30, Greco Bastián with A Little Help from More Friends. Number 29, the Von Hertzen Brothers in Murmuration. Number 28, Present, This Is Not the End. And the last two that just barely didn't, this hurt having these two, not on my top 25, but at number 27, Time Voyager by Barock Project. And the last one that didn't make my list, man, for the first time in recent memory, Karafagen didn't make my list. He had two really, really good albums, The Land of Chameleons and Messages from Afar Part 2. Yeah, didn't make it. Here's my top 25, though, man. And every year, there's always one late one. All 25 of these I reviewed, except this one, because as I was preparing this list, I went through all, the albums that I thought maybe kind of sort of were good, and I liked them. And this one here just completely blew me away. It's probably really low, but at number 25, I am going with Arcana by Circe Link and Christian Nesmith. What in the world, man? This is Mike Nesmith from the Monkees Kid and his wife, Circe. They've got like 16 albums out. She's been trying her hand at everything from like, bluesy crooner to this, that, and the other thing. And their last two albums, they've been pure prog. And this thing here is dynamite, man. Christian does all the instrumentation. Circe does all the singing. Absolutely phenomenal and a great, great album cover. I'm going to have a link to all my reviews for these top 25, except that one I'm going to send you over to like Nathan on Shuffle or something, because I know a couple people reviewed it. I did not. At number 24, it's my good buddy Dave Bandan and the Bardic Depths. Oh, I love this album. It's called What We Really Like in Stories. This is their third album. The first two albums are fine, but this one here really rung my bell, man. Peter Jones on vocals. You got Steve Walsh's drummer, right? I mean, just an all-star cast. You got like some, English professor writing these lyrics. It's just an amazing album. So good. If you like Big Big Train, no reason why you wouldn't like the Bardic Depths at all. At number 23. Oh, yeah, it's Sycophant, man. Their debut album. Is it prog? Is it stoner? I don't know what it is, man. It's just really, really cool. These guys just really came onto the scene and blew me away with a really interesting take on prog, and I really enjoy it. Scando Prog is alive and well, man. It's just ridiculous, and we've got a lot of debuts here this year. Who's going to be the number one debut album of 2024? I don't know, but at number 22, I'm going with Return to the Earth and their fifth album, Stalagmite Steeple. Robin Peachy's crew here has really figured something out because a couple years ago they put out Return of the Watcher, whatever that thing was called. I don't know what that was called, but that was a great album. This one's even better, man. Stalagmite Steeple. It's not capital P prog. You know, it takes its sweet time, but pay attention to these chord progressions, man. These arrangements are amazing. These songs are stellar. I didn't know how much I liked this until, I did the review of it, and then I kept playing it. That's always a good sign, man. At number 21, one of the greatest comebacks in the history of prog rock. It's Semiramis and their second album, 51 years after the debut. It's called La Fina Non Esiste, and it is, just one guy from the original band, the drummer, but he's been doing some, reunion tours with some guys, so, this isn't like a new band. These fellers have been playing around for a little while now, and they put together a stellar album, man. 51 years just flew by like that, didn't it, boys and girls? I love Italian prog, and Semiramis, just amazing. At number 20, we're going to be talking about Pat Sanders and the Great Drifting Sun. Oh, yeah, the new album is called Veil. This is the second album with the one and only Jargon on vocals. I love Jargon. If you know me, you know I love Verbal Delirium. I love Jargon. So why wouldn't I like Veil? It is absolutely amazing. What a rhythm section, too, you got in this band now. You got John Jowett on bass and Fudge Smith from Pendragon on drums. It's like an all-star cast. Such a great album. I really, really love it. Bummer it's not on vinyl. At number 19, we could say the same thing about this one, straight out of British Columbia, Canada. It's Versa, man. And their brand new album, A Voyage, A Destination Part 2. Obviously, this followed Part 1. Little different type of structure on this one, whereas Part 1 had the two big old epics, bookending the thing, and then the smaller tracks, shorter tracks in the middle. This one here, you've got all the shorter tracks, a whole bunch of them, man, taking you on all these different little short journeys, and then you get to the big chunky Artemis, the big chunky epic at the end. So good, Matthew Dolmage, doing great work over there. Fantastic, I love it. At number 18, let's talk about Is and Collapse the Wave. This New York band has been doing it for a long, long time, and I really didn't think they could top Don't Panic, but I think this one maybe does, even though, Don't Panic had the long, sidelong epic. This one doesn't have that, but it kind of doesn't need it, man. These songs are great. They run the gamut from, short and snappy to really interesting and bizarre. Fantastic band. Really, really good album. If you like Yes, if you like Rickenbacker bass, if you like male and female vocals, you're going to like Is. At number 17, oh yeah, it's the album no one can pronounce. It's Kaipa and Summer Grinningsloos. I was told that the L is silent. How is an L silent? That just doesn't make any sense. What kind of language is Swedish anyway, man? Hans Luden, obviously, leader of this band, plays keyboard like nobody else. Oh, what an all-star lineup he's got here. Darby Todd and Jonas Reingold. That's your rhythm section with Per Nielsen playing guitar. And then you've got the double attack of Patrick Lundstrom and Alina Gibson on vocals. Kaipa delivers the goods here, man. Long songs. If you like epics, yeah, Kaipa's new one might be for you. At number 16, oh, boys and girls, let's go to France and another debut album. This time it's Odd Leaf and Where Ideal and Denial Collide. This is a Karina Therese band. She's joined by Matthew Rossi and a female singer and a real cool drummer whose name I can't pronounce, but this is their debut album, and it's just phenomenal, man. It's got all the old school symphonic feels, but it does feel modern. Karina's really got a great brain. Very good composer. I'm really excited to see what Odd Leaf does going forward. Fantastic, but not the best debut of the year. Oddly enough, Oddleaf was not the best debut of the year. I wonder who it's going to be. Let's find out. At number 15, here's a band that put out 2 albums. Both of them are good. Put out 2 albums this year. They just dropped one, and I really enjoyed it. But the first one they came out with this year was called A Quiet Town, and that's the one we're focusing on. It's the second album Samurai of Prague did with Marco Greco as the primary composer, and this is just such a cool album. It tells the story of a sleepy little Florida town that's run by these people that are actually rapists and drug dealers. You know, the priest ain't no good. The mayor's dirty. Oh, it's a great story. It's a lot of fun. You have all these guest vocalists all the way through. If you like Samurai Prague, come on, you know what you're getting with all their albums, and this one's fantastic. They just dropped The Time Machine last month. Very good album, but I'm doing the one per artist rule, so I think The Quiet Town's just a little bit better at number 14. Let's go back to Norway, boys and girls, and Mir and their third album, Wheels Within Wheels. Boy, oh boy, this is a band that's on a trajectory, huh? Their debut album was good. I liked it. Didn't really do much for me. The second album was fantastic. I absolutely adored it. And now this thing here, man. Oh, Mir is so great. They've got a violin and a viola player, and they're not like afterthoughts, man, right? They are right there, right from the get-go, right from, ground zero, helping build these songs. So the strings aren't just like, accoutrements or, condiments added after the fact. No, they are baked right into the songwriting. So good. Male-female vocals by a brother-sister duo. Oh, the songwriting's great. Yeah, it's a little alternative. It's not always capital P prog, but this is prog. I don't want to hear about it. At number 13. Oh, yeah, this band's 5th album. Apparently, Frost has just, done their entire contract with Inside Out. They're now free agents. They had a 5-record deal. So Jim Godfrey decided, hey, you know what? If this is our last record for Inside Out, let's just go whole hog, do a double album, do a concept album. Let's just blow the doors down. He takes over lead singing duties again, which he hadn't done since the first album. So it is really a callback to Million Town. Is it as good as Million Town? I don't know. I really love it, though. It's close. It's close. I love Frost. What a great band. Unbelievable. At number 12, it's the number 1 debut album of 2024. It's Emerald City Council and Motion Carries. Oh, what a fantastic debut. This band is led by the great Brett Bristow, who is a professor of music at Arkansas State University in Beebe, and he's got, Noah, who is the Toto drummer's son, and then you got Jake Livgren, who's Kerry Livgren's nephew, so you get it, right? Emerald City Council, Kansas, Toto, you get it. If you like your prog with a little bit of saxophone in there, oh man, this album is absolutely amazing. It does kind of sound like Kansas sometimes, but instead of a violin, you got a saxophone. Just incredible. Best debut album of 2024. At number 11. Okay, here's one I wasn't sure about, but I did hold a spot for it because it was like the last big album of 2024. And I'm putting Opeth at number 11. The Last Will and Testament, their 14th album, the return of the harsh vocals or whatever. But, the Cookie Monster's not there full time. You do get some clean vocals. In fact, you got 2 songs without any harsh vocals at all. So, if you don't like that kind of singing, there's something for you on this album. There's something for everybody on this album. And that's kind of the magic of this Opeth album is it's trying to be everything to everybody. And it kind of works, right? Because usually when you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. Hey, I'm happy with it. I think it's fantastic. It's actually got me excited about what the future of Opeth could be. It really opened up some doors for them. And now I'm in my top 10, boys and girls. And yeah, Nathan on Shuffle had this thing in his mind. He's talking about his top albums. And he's like, it's the vinyl test, man. If I bought the vinyl, I probably feel pretty strongly about that record. So my top 10, if I don't have the vinyl, it probably doesn't deserve to be in the top 10. And at number 10, I'm going with Ellesmere Stranger Skies. Oh, the band's 4th album. You've got the fantastic Rodney Matthews artwork on this one, just like the last one weird. Oh, this is a fantastic album. You've got Robert Vitale is the main songwriter here, bass player, and he's joined. We've got an actual real singer here. John Wilkinson from the Samurai of Prague is now the full-time vocalist in this band, to go along with the great drumming of Matthias Olsson and some guests and stuff like that. But oh man, Ellesmere. If you like Genesis, if you like Italian prog, you are going to love Ellesmere. Yeah, it's retro prog. It's, that kind of stuff. But I don't care. It's amazing. I love it. At number 10, Ellesmere. At number 9, here's another band that put 2 great albums out in 2024. And I'm going with the first of the 2. It's Wall of Eyes from The Smile. Yeah, they also put out Cutouts last month. Fantastic. I guess both albums were recorded primarily at the same time in the same sessions, but this one here is just slightly better. I think Bending Hectic is the song that might kind of elevate it to that next level for me. The Smile now have 3 albums out, and all 3 of them are great, so look out, Radiohead. I mean, The Smile's already a third of the way to reaching, Radiohead's got 9 albums out, right? So they've got 3, so look out, Radiohead. Here comes The Smile. If I'm being honest, I might actually prefer these 3 Smile albums to the last couple. Radiohead albums, absolutely incredible. Jazzy, languid, krautrocky, just super cool. I love it. That's number 9. At number 8, boys and girls, oh, it's my boy. It's Steve Hackett. Yeah, he joined the Prog Corner earlier this year talking about this album, and I love it, man. He's gone a long time without doing a concept album, like 48 years or something ridiculous like that, so it's a welcome return to that kind of storytelling. Musically is not that much different than a lot of his albums. Same font, right? He's been using this font since Wolflight. I'm not so sure about the artwork. Some people don't love, the tent inside the whale's mouth. I think it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. It's Steve Hackett. It's amazing. You get Nick DiVirgilio and Nad Sylvan and, all the cast of characters that make a Steve Hackett show an amazing thing to witness. But yeah, this is his best album in quite some time. I absolutely love it. And that's why it's at number 8, boys and girls. At number 7, oh, my spirit animal makes the list. Of course he does. It's Andy Tillison and To Follow Polaris. This is billed as the tangent for 1. Because it's all Andy. Yeah, he does it all, man. He did the artwork. He produced it. Obviously wrote all the songs. Played all the instruments. Did all the vocals. And you know what's weird? It sounds like the Tangent, right? I mean, yeah, we don't miss those guys as much as we thought we would. How do you replace guys like Jonas Rheingold and Luke Manchin and whatnot? You don't, so you just do it yourself. And Andy's good at it all, man. He can play the sax, the keyboards, the drums, the bass. He just does it all on top of his wizardry on keyboards. And this album possesses one of the best epics you'll hear all year, called The Anachronism. Unbelievable. I absolutely love Andy. Great job, Andy Tillison. That's number 7. At number 6, another comeback. Oh, it's the year of the comebacks, boys and girls. Welcome back, Beardfish. It's been 8 long years since your last album, and we definitely missed you. We didn't think you'd be coming back, especially with Ricard being part of Big Train now. But last year they announced they were going to be opening for the Chronicles of Father Robin at some show in Sweden or Norway or something like that up there. And the whole world went crazy. We were thinking it was a one-off, but thank God a new album came about, and it's the same 4 cats, right? It's Beardfish. It's Beardfish through and through. I love this album. There's a 20-minute epic on here called Out in the Open that's just incredible, but Torrential Downpour is the song that ends this album. Oh my goodness gracious, it's one of those life-affirming songs. Absolutely it is. And now we're getting into the top 5. Oh, the excitement is palpable, boys and girls. Who's going to be at number 5? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I got John Anderson True at number 5. I wanted to rank it a little bit higher. I know there was a lot of noise about this album and, how good it really is. And it really is good, man. Don't get me wrong. This album is fantastic. I love all the callbacks to the different eras of Yes. I love how the band actually figured out how to sound like Yes without copying them. I love how the guitar player can play, both the Steve Howe and the Trevor Rabin riffs like it's nothing. And there's epics on here, man. It's just amazing. There's the band geeks. The two epics on here are fantastic. True Messenger is amazing. I love the final track, Thank God. I think it's really beautiful. What a great, great album. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy, but if this had a better album cover, it might have placed higher, and that's just wrong. You shouldn't. We're talking about music, not art here, right? Oh, I'm an idiot. At number 4, I'm going with Big Big Train's comeback album, their first album with their brand new singer, Alberto Brevin, the first album with Oscar on keyboards. So obviously David Longdon no longer in the band, and we were kind of thinking, oh, man, what's Big Big Train going to be without David Longdon? Well, they answered the question resoundingly with this amazing album. The shorter songs are fantastic, but, as prog heads, we like the longer ones. So you've got Miramar and Beneath the Masts, both over like 13 minutes long. Just a great, great album. They're kind of sharing the vocal duties a little bit because you can't replace a guy like David Longdon. It's impossible. So, Nick DiVirgilio and, Ricard and Oscar, they all kind of kick in and pitch in to help Alberto Brevin fit in. And this album's just dynamite. If you like Big Big Train, you'll love it. Why not? At number 3, might be the biggest surprise of the year for me because honestly, I didn't know what to expect from Neil Morse. And this new band called The Resonance, their first album, No Hill for a Climber. And, Neil had been doing, his inner circle stuff and, his singer-songwriter stuff and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, with Mike Portnoy gone to do the Dream Theater thing, we might not get a whole lot of prog. Well, Neil also dropped that one there. Yeah, he also dropped that one. So there's another artist with 2 albums in 2024, but obviously this is the better of the 2. It's got 2 amazing epics that bookend the thing, and then there's 3 great little, medium-sized tracks in the middle, and all this is just phenomenal Neil Morris stuff. The big complaint about Neil Morris is that, his music is all samey and whatnot, so he goes and gets a whole new band. It doesn't sound like, anything else Neil Morris has ever done, yet it totally sounds like everything Neil Morris has ever done. So it's the best of both worlds. I love this album. Thank you, Neil, for giving me something to chew on, man, because I was getting a little worried. A Late Bloomer was fine, and, Joseph was fine, but, I needed some hardcore prog, and you gave it to me at number 2. Oh, this is an album that just stole my soul, man. It's Jordy Griep and the new sound. The singer, guitar player for Black Midi, put the band on hiatus, and I was worried. I'm thinking, oh boy, great. First Isaac leaves Black Country New Roads, and now, Jordy leaves Black Midi. All my favorite new bands are just dying on the vine. Oh, fear not, boys and girls, fear not, because Jordy went to Brazil and dropped an absolute masterpiece. If this were a Black Midi album, it might be my favorite Black Midi album. It's that good. Yeah, Morgan Simpson shows up on a couple songs, so you get that crazy Morgan Simpson drumming that I thought I would miss. Luckily, he shows up on here. Holy, holy, one of the best songs I've heard all year. This thing's just crazy. This thing's nuts. I love the album cover. I love everything about Jordy Griep. It's just a phenomenal record. Pick it up if you don't already have it. Take my word for it. Oh, but that leaves the number 1 album of 2024. And if you guys have been paying attention all year, you know exactly what it is. Because last year I gave out 5 perfect scores. This year I've only given out 1. So it was a much deeper year. There were a lot more really, really good albums, but maybe not quite as many great, great albums. But there's one exception, and it's my number 1 album of the year. And honestly, nothing came close. I mean, all year I was waiting for something to knock this out of its top position, and nothing can. It's Ritual and the Story of Mr. Bogged Part 1. This is everything I love about prog rock. Everything I adore about prog. All in one album right here. This is their 5th album, I think. Their first album was phenomenal. Their last album before this, 17 years ago, the Helmulic Voluntary Band came out. Hopefully we will not have to wait another 17 years for the story of Mr. Bogged Part 2, because this thing is phenomenal. It's got everything I love. It's got the Yes, it's got the Genesis, it's got the Gentle Giant, it's got the King Crimson, it's got the pastoral stuff, it's got the rockin' stuff. This album is crazy, it's bonkers, but it is so memorable. The hooks are incredible, the melodies are great, and Patrick Lundstrom, his vocals on this album are so good. I just love it. I adore it. Ritual, the story of Mr. Bogged Part 1, my album of the year for 2024, boys and girls. So there you have it. Peace in the Middle East. God save the king. I love you guys. We're going to be dancing with snakes right now. Oh, yeah, let's dance with them snakes. Oh, yeah. Oh, God save the king. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.